So you actually publicly speak
Yeah.
during this Mullen Commission, and
Correct.
there's cameras and everything else like
Right.
that. You admitted to hundreds of
Right.
crimes.
Yeah. Well, every day you commit a crime when you're fucking lying, right? And you got a gun on your hip.
Yeah. And at one point, one of the commission members said, "Who was your primary employer? Was it the police or the drug dealers?"
Right.
And how did you answer that?
I think I said both. Both.
Yeah, I think you actually said that you would forget to you would actually forget to
Pick up
pick
my
up your
check.
police paycheck
Yeah.
because there was so much drug money that you would forget about that
Yeah.
police
Yeah.
income.
I mean, I knew it was there, but
Ultimately,
making a lot of money. I mean, I didn't really worry about
yeah.
it.
Well, ultimately, you accepted a plea deal or you went to court?
So it took 2 years to work out a plea agreement, but I fronted. Let's go to trial. Let's go to trial. Meanwhile you're facing life. Let's go to trial. And so I bought it. I pushed. I bought it. I pushed, and back and forth, and they offered me a plea from I forget, 12 to 15 and a half, and the judge gave me 14 right in the middle because of the cooperation. She did say at my sentencing I was going to give you more than your like 15 and a half, which probably would have been 20, right? And she said, I was going to give you significantly more, but because the Mullen Commission said that you were helpful and truthful, I'm going to give you a sentence within your guidelines. Because, in the feds, they work by guidelines, even though you do face life, which means they have to justify why they're giving you the sentence they're giving you. In my case, my guidelines put me in a 12 and a half to 15 and a half range in the plea agreement. It doesn't mean that, I probably was a little higher than that, but in the agreement that was rational, that I was willing to accept, was in the boundaries of 12 and a half to 15. So here I am pleading guilty to getting at least 12 and a half years in prison, and could have been way more. So, but the reality was it turned out to be 14 years by Judge Kimberwood. The love judge, they called it the love judge back in the day. So yeah, the love judge.
Well, your partner, Kenny, who was involved in essentially the same stuff that you were,
Right.
because he cooperated,
Right.
he did not spend a single day in prison.
That's correct.